Hello everyone, and welcome to the Sea Duckling Open, the number 32! I'm your host, Steelmold, still like the metal, mold like the thing you put the metal in so that it retains its shape when it cools down. Hope you're having a wonderful time. I hope you enjoy that nice little warm-up stream we had with the WCS Valencia, that tiny little tournament. But now it's time to start with the real business. We have a nice little bracket for you today. We are already setting up. Still ready. We are going to start casting with Richie versus Nemesis, which will be a PvP on get up. Nope, up. Oh, sorry. Richie wants to relog. So it suddenly disappeared from the lobby. Never mind. Yeah, anyway. Richie is the current reigning champion for the Sea Duckling Open, after appearing in the tournament last week and doing fantastically well there. Winning against Space Marine. It was a fun little series. Space Marine appearing today to seek out revenge. Sworn that this time you will not be taken down in the finals in such a manner. Let's see if we can live up to this. That was a 3-0 for Luigi. Space Marines up until then won pretty convincingly in his bracket. Right, everyone's back. Should be starting any second now? Question mark. Right. Right. So first map will be Catalyst. That is the map on the bracket. This is the second round of the bracket. As you can see by the wonderful display of maps over there. Kurro, our admin for today, has been rather benevolent and gave you all the regular maps. We have one appearance of Darkness Sanctuary in the lower bracket, in the second round of the lower bracket, so some players might encounter that, but if it was up to me, I wouldn't take Redshift out of the thing. Right. Todella tavan sedälle kunnia. Yeah. Okay. Everyone, welcome to Catalyst. LE. LE, of course, stands for Llama Equipment. Llama Equipment. That's equipment you use when you are a llama. In the southeast, our current reigning Sea Duckling Open champion from Invent Gaming. I want to. I really should start using the list that's been provided for me. Inside Gaming, Insight, not Invent, Insight. From Inside Gaming, our pink Protoss. It is Luigi. And in the northwest, from Psionic Aftermath, a purple Protoss and a wonderful person, Nemesis. Also having multiple frequent appearances in the Sea Duckling Open tournament. Always nice to see her around. Luigi with a probes card, staying here to be a bit of an annoyance. Both of them opening standard. Not going to be any kind of early game weird shenanigans. Be a proper Protoss. Get your pylons at home. Okay. Yeah. So this is like I said. I was just discussing this yesterday with my ghost co-host Yakuzaku. The, the the Protoss mirror matchup is the one that I struggle with most to cast because it takes so long for anything to happen. It's 2 minutes into the game and you said, okay, they both get stalkers. Okay, let's wait for another minute until something happens. Yeah. Later it starts to become really interesting. A nice pylon block by Nemesis, but this is gonna get cleaned up. No, it's no castle. No cancel. Okay, that's maybe a bit of a waste, but okay, but it does keep the stalkers here for 1 minute longer, and Nemesis does have this sneaky little probe over on this side of the map. Ruchi going out to look for it. Yeah, not going down for any kind of proxylicious shenanigans. Oh, he's not going to see that. He's not looking for it. Look in the corner. Look at the corner. There we go. Bamboozled. No bamboozle here. Alright. Excellent catch by Ruichi. And that kind of puts a damper on Nemesis's plans. Hey, the overlay was overlaid. Yay, it wasn't my mistake. I don't have to worry about this stuff. This is so much more easy to cast when you don't have to worry about changing scenes. Look at that. I'll just auto-follow the stalker and I have time to drink my tea. Earl Grey, hot. While Ruchi is taking us on a tour of Nemesis base. Or not. They're gonna go away. Still looking for more proxies. Being suspicious. He does have some forces to defend at home. Now Nemesis getting a Stargate, getting a robotics facility. Where's that? Wait, did Nemesis get it? Okay, Ruichi is getting the Stargate. See, it's purple and pink. I'm. God damn it. What's the word for dyslexia but for colors? Right. So the Oracle is going to come in. There isn't much to face it here. There's a couple of stalkers. Should be able to get some damage out and get out. Gotta be careful not to target the stalkers though. Alright, gets 3 kills and goes out. That's pretty good. That's what you would expect to get out of an Oracle at this stage with a responsive Protoss. Nemesis is starting to build up the immortal count. Ooh, going DT. When in doubt. Wait, no, that's a pylon. This is it. Yeah, Dark Templar Shrine. Going to be quite useful because Ruichi did not get a robotics facility. And no forge either. There is 0 detection for him other than the Oracle. And that depends on the Oracle catching the DT with the Revelation. Yeah, and he only has 1 Oracle as well. So if Nemesis manages to catch Ruichi off guard, this could very well be game ending. She does have a warp prism, and she doesn't have the proxy pylon. She didn't set up any kind of weapon. She planning on marching the Templars out of the map. Alright, she's working them here outside the door. It's just good because they're probably not going to be not get caught by the Oracle. Problem is, it's only 2 DTs, and Rich is getting that robotics facility, and it might be dangerous. He's going to work them right past the army. Richie might catch. Yep, there we go. Immediately notices it. Takes the army away. Or not. No. That might have been just a coincidence. Okay, this is the rain. One in the natural, one in the main. They're already starting to get some probe kills. We're going to try to depower the robotics facility, but it's too late. The observer is out. Going to focus down the robotics facility, try to get it completely destroyed, but the army is here. So only 3 probes dead out of this attack. And yeah, there's a double forge coming up for Richie. He's gonna have turrets, cannons, you know, the Protoss turrets. He already has 1 observer out. Why are there 2 observers in production? Is it once it's depowered and they're queued up, they both show up in the thing, in the tab? It's kind of odd. Yeah. Okay, Oracle gets a couple of more kills, but it's almost locked in here. It's a bit of a problem. Now both of them got their 3rd bases set up. They haven't really done much damage to each other. Mostly Nemesis's lost resources are from the DTs. Yeah, they're pretty equal on workers. They're equal on bases. Nemesis is getting Archons. It's Charge Archon and +1. He's getting +1 air and a Stargate, a 2nd Stargate and a Fleet Beacon. So he's probably trying to go somewhat later game air Protoss. I mean, it may be a little too early for that because Richie is about to flood with all these charge lots and stalkers. These stalkers have blink lots. They didn't get blink. And Richie is about to have +1 weapons and shields. And also the Phoenix A. He's got a modest amount of Phoenixes. Phoenix A didn't commit to that. It's not fully mass Phoenix. He also finally sends an observer, now that he has one, to the other side of the map. Try and see what Nemesis has, or when she moves out. But here's the thing. I think Nemesis will just not have enough. Richie is going to have a much stronger army. If he moves out now, he could clean her up before that air army is ready to do anything. However, if he stays too long, Nemesis will have a much better army, a proper late game Protoss army. She's getting a 4th base with impunity here. It's only now about to get scouted. That slow observer. Richie still not getting a 4th base of his own. But he's building a lot of army units. He's getting... Oh, it's going to be Void Rays added to the mix. Yeah, they're going to be helpful. But I'm not sure about this Phoenix A. If Nemesis has enough carriers, the Phoenix A will not be good at all. And she's currently she has 1 carrier. She's building them now 3 at a time. There's a mothership. Sends the DT here to prevent the construction of a 4th base. It doesn't get caught. The Oracle could have caught it. Which he didn't say the Shimmer. Okay, so Richie takes the other fourth base. Nemesis is in position to try and kill that. Goes for the cannon. It's going to yeah, the Phoenix A and the Oracle come out. This shouldn't be able to cancel the building itself. Yep, there we go. Get lifted. Revelate and lift. Revelate and lift. So both of them get the fourth base at the same time. Yeah, I think Nemesis has 3 carriers and 3 more coming in. She might just have enough to break this before Richie waits any longer. It's possible that that you will take this base. Stasis would lock some of Nemesis units. Yeah, the Phoenix A can't really get in on the carriers. They do take out the mothership, but the carriers are undamaged mostly. I think Nemesis will just have enough here. She is running out of interceptors though. The DTs aren't being countered, which is backing off without the observer. And yeah, Nemesis manages to hold on to the fourth base without taking any big losses. I mean, the mothership and the one carrier are pretty bad losses, but she manages to keep a good carrier count. She's building more. She's way ahead in air weapon upgrades. She's about to get +3 is started for her. Where Richie isn't even on +1, hasn't even started +1. Yeah, so Richie's carriers will be in a significant disadvantage. They do have +2 shields, but Nemesis is catching up on that. Right, Observer gonna get sniped by the cannon. And I think, yeah, Ruchi is out of Phoenix A. All the Phoenix A have been sacrificed. 1 DT for Nemesis here, still doing damage. You catch the cybernetic score, and that's annoying. At this stage in the game, it's not too crucial. Wait, he has 1 observer. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. There we go. It just came out. Yeah, I think considering Ruichi knew about the DTs for a very long time, we're still managing to get some good harassment done. Okay, Nemesis is going for a 5th base. It's so far not really hurt. She did lose. Oh, it's just Ruichi losing. Oh, I think the Duckling here finally, yeah, it killed a couple of probes. I was wondering why Ruichi wasn't taking a 5th base. That DT, that was a quality DT. Quality DT. Quality DT. That's a word, right? Yes. Now, Rushi is starting to catch up in upgrades, beginning the long journey to +3 weapons for air Protoss. What he already got is +2 shields. He's getting +1 air armor as well. So he's going to have some more defensive ability, but it means that if Nemesis doesn't make use of the advantage soon, Witcher is going to just roll over. Nice little Zealot harassment, well, this base is going to get completely annihilated by the main Protoss army. Counter? No, that's not a counterattack. That's Ruichi sacrificing probes to open up supply. Which should be telling for Nemesis. Look at that, they're trying to bait a reaction, and it's a bit of an overreaction for some probes. You actually want to keep those alive as much as possible. But, yeah, Nemesis now with the distinct weapon advantage for her carriers. Just in time to make use of it. And I think she's going to clean Richie up here. Though these carriers are a bit overextending. They're over the stalkers. The stalkers are right under them, and they can focus fire the carriers. And she's losing a lot of them. She might even lose all of them. Oh, that was some really bad positioning. Going to lose the mothership again. Maybe? Question mark? That's still alive, but yeah, there we go. He goes down. That was pure bad positioning by Nemesis, allowing the stalkers to get under the carriers. Well, she actually got the carriers over the stalkers. That's a big shame, because she had definitely had the advantage on that fight in the air fight. That's what happens when you underestimate stalkers. You think to yourself, no, it's just stalkers. I have carriers, and guess what? If a whole bunch of stalkers focus a carrier, it goes down in one volley. There we go. Now the blink under the Tempest and carriers. There we go. Bam. Bam. There we go. Ruchi winning this fight with the Stalkers. The Stalkers made all the difference here. And I think this will be it. The DTs are still around. There's very little detection on Ruchi's side, so still going to work as a defensive strategy, but yeah, there's observation with the army. They'll get cleaned out. And Nemesis won't have enough to actually attack. These carriers are getting caught one by one. Ruchi is running out of stalkers though, but he's replacing those with more carriers. Thing is, yeah, he's getting more carriers to reinforce this army, and he'll be able to roll over whatever Nemesis manages to produce. Especially if he jumps on this base and doesn't give her any more time to build more carriers. Okay, yeah, this is a much scarier army for Ruchi. Stalkers again blinking under the carriers and focusing them. One last carrier. No, two last carriers for Nemesis. This base will just go down for Immortals, the other Stalkers. Yeah, I think we're going to say GG any second now. If this was a base race situation, maybe the situation, maybe, you know, it would be different, but Nemesis did not do any damage on the other side of the map with this fight, and look at the resource loss tab. There we go. GG. That was I truly believe Nemesis had this. It was just one bad positioning. Could have gone with just a more careful positioning of those carriers, not letting the stalkers under them. And Nemesis would have had this. That's my story. Alright. Yeah, the rest of the bracket games are still going. Some of them moved to EU to have some better server, connection. We are going. Let's see what the next map selection is going to be for Nemesis. This is, of course, a loser's pick, so whoever loses the game picks the next map. Are we seeing question mark? No? Yes? No? Hold up. Why is there a thing? No, never mind. Something was flashing at me in the interface and I didn't know what that was. Right. And where we are setting up. Oh. Yo, I think we should be doing it now. How's everyone doing? This wonderful Friday. All right, next map will be 16-bit. Let's get in here. Let's stop moving. What? Oh, what? Why am I host all of a sudden? How did we get there? Oh, what? Ah, damn it! My chat stopped scrolling. Never mind. All right, everyone's ready. Everyone's ready. We shall go now. God damn it. Battle.net interface. God damn it. All right, everyone. Welcome to 16-bit. LA, of course, stands for likable expression. Likable expression. That's when you have a facial expression that's likable by other people, such as a smile. A smile is a likable expression. And speaking of likable expressions, in the northeast of 16-bit are being brought us from Sonic Aftermath. It is Nemesis. And in the southwest, currently up one in this best of three, our reigning Sea Duckling Open champion, from Inside Gaming, the Yellow Protoss, Ruichi. That was Kuro doing twitching the camera. Right. So we have a probe scout from Nemesis. Richie, no, he does have a probe scout. Look at that. Sorry. Just yellow. It's kind of difficult to distinguish between the yellow and the. It's like if the colors are good to distinguish on the main view, they're bad on the minimap. If they're good on the minimap, they're bad on the main view. Sometimes they're good with regular skins, sometimes they're bad with custom skins. It's such a nightmare. Colors for video games are such a nightmare. Yes, also, how are you doing? First person Swede. Nice to see you again. Thank you for following my channel yesterday. Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to give you shit about it. It's just, you know, joke. So Richie going for 2 adepts, which is nice to catch these errant probes and shade it across the map. Try to do some damage. Nemesis already preparing some stalkers to counter that. Okay, so nice block on these 2 adepts. They're not going to be able to shade in. But is Nemesis? Oh, she's attacking her own stalker. Stop that. Why hurting yourself? Stop that. Stop hurting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Regio hiding a probe here. This is a bit nefarious. Yeah, we were both, Kuro and myself. I was following Kuro's camera to see the timing on the zoom in, zoom out, you know, thingy. And when she switched to follow my camera, it was following itself, so it got confused and started, you know. Okay, Stalker's not, Adept's not getting an inside. A crack to get into Nemesis' base. Nemesis proxying a pylon. Oh, Twilight comes up. Is this going to be a Glaved Adept shenanigans? Doesn't look like it. It's probably DT again. I'm guessing. That's my guess. Which you getting robotics facility, so you will have detection available. Should Nemesis go for that DT tech again? all units should have flags. Yes. Now you understand why back in the olden days, all the soldiers walked around with bright-colored, you know, uniform. There we go. That's a DT shrine. All the soldiers walked around with bright-colored uniform. Because otherwise they would not be able to distinguish each other on the battlefield when who's where. You couldn't do like army tactics without actually people, you know, running into themselves. Then military tactics became a little more nuanced, and camouflage came into play because it's, you know, was more effective. That's on today's episodes of military history with Steelmold. They're not expert at all on these subjects. Right. Nemesis is definitely going to do some DT shenanigans. She didn't get a warp prism. She even get a robot. She did get a robot facility, so no warp prism. The DTs will have to walk around. She's getting another a proxy air pylon. This is a proxy pylon. This is a proxy air pylon. That's the term I'm using, and I'm sticking to it. One thing. Oh, I didn't notice that, but Richie didn't take the bucket base. He took the natural right here, which might actually play well for Nemesis, because the DTs will walk straight in here and start to do some killing. While Nemesis's 2 bases are safe behind that ramp. Now Richie gets a lot of stalkers moving out. He gets a warp prism, but it's still at home. He's going to deny the third, but like I said, Nemesis is safely on 2 bases at the moment. Vucci should be feeling a lot of trepidations about trying to get up that ramp. He's sending a hallucination to scout to see what's up there. Baiting force field out of Nemesis. And we do see there are a couple of DTs already. They're going straight into the main, and they are going to depower the robotics facility. No, they're not depowering it. They're attacking it. Which is boosting an observer. Will it go into time? No, it won't. Good snipe. Okay, so now Richie does have 3 observers running around. They're mostly over here, trying to get eyes on the high ground for Nemesis base. A nice little run by with his zealots. Warped in with the warp prism, and so far Nemesis not getting any workers kills on the other side, but she will snipe the Nexus. And Richie is now stuck on 1 base. She's also getting a ninja base over in the proxy location. This looks like a very quality move on Nemesis' side. Richie is rebuilding a robotics facility in the natural. Didn't bring any detection at home. Steelmold was a senpai with Napoleon when he was a kid. Back in my days, when Napoleon Bonaparte was running around. Nemesis has a... She sees the next one. He has a spotter pylon. Can actually warp DTs right there and get a cancel on that base pretty quickly. Ruchi's still not managing to get up this ramp. And yeah, I think this might be a quality move by Nemesis. Now, she does allow Ruchi to get this base so far. These couple of DTs should be able to take it. There we go. Alright. I'm going to take the cannon out first, so there's no detection, and no focus on the Nexus yet. Because she's busy cleaning out this place, she goes down the ramp, chases Ruchi away. Yeah, I think this should be it for Ruchi. He doesn't know it yet, but Nemesis is already on 3 bases. And he's about to be stuck on 1 again. These DTs are still running around this base. There's finally something to clear them out. I'm not sure. Will 2 zealots actually kill a Templar, a Dark Templar, even if they see him? I'm not sure if that's enough. Yeah, Nemesis brings her army in to mop up this last base. Yeah. This is where you send your opponent a message. By the way, I have 3 bases. Just so you know. There we go. Gets the robotics facility again. So that's far less quality units for Ruchi. The boys are being pulled. There's nothing Ruchi can do about this. More and more stuff gets killed. All the workers are dying. He's trying one last ditch effort to flank this army, but Nemesis is warping in units right here. We got a... This is a proxy. No, this is a proxy. Okay? She even has a warp prism to back this up as well. There we go, GG. Nemesis. Bringing the serious sideways 1-1 with the beautiful DT maneuver. I like that. Excellent targeting there. She targeted all the priority targets. Get the detection out of the way, get the nexus, and defend at home. Now, if Ruichi had taken the pocket base, maybe that game would have looked very different. He might have been able to hold much better. Okay. So elsewhere on the bracket, Phoenix, otherwise known as Phoenix, not the other Phoenix, wins 2-0 versus Skaturiket, who's appeared in the tournament a few times before. Nice to see him back. Space Marine getting a walk over Miyamori, who apparently did not get here. Okay, so next map will be Dreamcatcher. Okay, so we don't have game art. Okay. Oh, right. Miyamori had a bug with the game. Yes, I remember that conversation from before. I remember that I knew what's the reason. Yeah. That's always annoying when you have a game bug that doesn't let you play for some screwed up reason. Alright, so we're going to restart the game with the game art for the fans, because we like you. And over on the first round of the bracket, Daunted winning 2-1 versus Supportivist. So Supportivist will now go against Skaturiket in the lower bracket. The lower bracket is a best of 1. Just so you know. Wait, why am I hosting? Right. Okay. Let's see if everyone's ready. Okay, ready? Ready? Everyone's ready. We have to wait for everyone. Okay. Nemesis is saying, can I say no? As in, I'm never ready. Nah, you can be ready. Come on. Nemesis. Always looking down on yourself. You're showing some excellent games here. Look at that. You're sideways 1-1 with the previous tournament's champion. Those games were pretty close. The first one was pretty close as well. Alright, everyone. Welcome to Dreamcatcher. LE. LE, of course, stands for Loving Enzyme. Loving Enzyme. That's when you need enzymes for your digestion and you love them. So you're loving enzymes. Or something. In Southeast, our current reigning Sea Duckling Open champion. Currently sideways 1-1 in this best of 3 match from I forget the name of it. From Inside Gaming. From Inside Gaming. Our yellow Protoss. It is Ruichi. And in the northwest, currently also sideways 1-1 in this best of 3. From Psionic Aftermath, it is Steelmold. 1-1 in this best of 3 match. Currently sideways 1-1 in this best of 3 match from Inside Gaming. And in the northwest, currently also sideways 1-1 in this best of 3 match from Psionic Aftermath, It is the Pink Protoss, Nemesis. Daunted! Subscribing for 6 months in a row. Saving esports 5 times a day. That man. Give the man a hand. Can now use our monthly updated Master Swan Open race icon, emoticon thingy. Which one is it now, by the way? It's I forgot. Do we have one? Why? I don't think there's one. Should have one. It's supposed to be Protoss, right? Sullivan's one, the last one, if I remember correctly. Oh, apparently it wasn't approved by Twitch, so we don't have one. That's why. Alright. Just get a duck. While this babbling was going on, Richie was gas blocking Nemesis, kind of forcing a photon cannon here, which is a nice little thing. Richie staying on one base so far. Nemesis banking up some cash to get a second Nexus. Richie's trying to block that. Look at that, he's blocking the ramp. That is nasty. Nemesis does get the Nexus down. But it looks like Richie is starting to be aggressive. No, seems like he wants to expand as well. Yeah, these stalkers here are going to be a bit of a menace. You know what? If these do a little more damage here and clean out Nemesis's defenses, Richie might just double down and just keep on making stalkers. It's got to the power Nemesis production. Yeah, and Richie is making an immortal. He's making a couple more stalkers. He's marching them across the map. It looks like he found a weakness and these guys are just going to push in. Going to switch into a one base all in here and just finish it. Getting some probe kills already. Quite a few. They're on the ramp. Nice mineral walk by Nemesis to try and circumvent. And yeah, that was it. Richie being cheekily aggressive. There you have it. Richie will advance to the third round. Waiting on Daunted versus Stallion. I think we saw Stallion. Yeah, he declared that he's dropping out of the tournament. So I think that means Daunted should get a walkover to the third round. Just gotta wait for the admins to confirm all of that before we make my. I'm not an authority here. I say admins, I mean the one admin. Kuro, otherwise known as 16th Squad Sanseki, otherwise known as Group, hero of the wasteland. Group, savior of esports. It is Group, saving esports one day at a time.